mountain for some time. I didn't have a fire the first few nights. What a huge difference to be warm. Finally got a pot given to me. Didn't bring a kettle, someone gave me a pot. Wow, to have warm liquid, what an incredible, huge difference. Human beings, that's one of our base things, warm and dry. This fire, this magical element creates it. This is a little Palo Santo. This is a wood from South America with different resins and oils that are incredibly helpful for a lot of things. I'm just gonna give a little back to the end of this fire. I got the end of the fire, I'm moving out. Give a little Palo Santo, give a little of this sage. And I got another sage bundle that was given to me. Wake up in sage, we finally got sage in it. And dress fire as we go. I love to make the fire. Part of the fire is your breath and that it makes you breathe. It's a different breath of fire than Kundalini. Very good for you. It's breathing. It's breathing in you. It's weird stuff. It's alive. It's an element. It's living, and we must take good care with it. It's so important to have this heat. But man, we've had so many forest fires out here. So many. And a lot of it's just careless people, you know, you gotta be really watching it, taking care of it. A lot of this, if you are burning the pine or the fir, anything that pops with the oils is pretty dangerous, and you just always gotta keep an eye on it and actually smother it, put it out when you go. I feel like a good healthy relationship with real actual fire is something that we gotta figure out as human beings. That's partly why we're having so many huge forest fires, that we just have wood, just dead wood built up, that we don't chop wood, carry water. I feel like it's part of what we're here to do. We have the necessity that we need things from it. And when we don't do it, it's out of balance because there's too much of this, just like dead wood just everywhere. It's not too bad around here, but some places it is. I mean, it just piles up and then it's just a fire waiting to happen. A forest fire. There's a certain satisfaction from it, right? Sitting around a real fire, and what an incredible element. It's so alive, and that it transforms. It's doing this dance of transformation, transmutation of the wood to this ash, which is different. And so all this dead wood stacked up behind me, it's not as good to have too much wood. It's alright to have some, but in your garden you want to kind of get that dead wood out and let it break down, put it in a pile with some stuff to help, maybe some comfrey, because it'll be pulling nitrogen out of the soil. And so it's cool to have some of it, but also some of it's going to bring different bugs that maybe you don't want to your garden. It's really helpful if we can pick it up and pile it up and have a warm, useful fire for ourselves, cook our food, warm ourselves, and then we make this ash. And this ash is kind of a different substance and is helpful to the soil. Like in the Amazon, they figured out that you can't really grow crops as well. All the nutrients are in the top layer in the Amazon. And so the slash and burn is a thing with a lot of indigenous peoples in different areas where they're wanting to burn crops, and it really helps if you dig the ashes into the soil. Is going to help with I mean, it makes it alkaline. I'm not exactly sure, but it helps. It helps. But you really want to dig it in. And in some places, you know, the Aboriginals in Australia would come and they'd burn the land. In a lot of places, that helps to kind of regenerate the land. It's part of the healthy process of regeneration. And some seeds, especially, there's quite a few out there that will not germinate unless they get fire. So that's been a practice for a lot of people for a lot of time. This big won't even work. And that's good. I don't like these. We gotta really get real about that. There's like oceans and islands and mountains of these little plastic things. They're so convenient. The only pocket I have on my pants is for this big. Quick draw. And it's not a healthy flame. A lot of people will tell you, you know, it's a clean flame once you use it when you're smoking, and it's not. Try some hemp wicks. Try, you know, magnifying glass. Try different cleaner options, and you'll see you'll feel the difference. It hits me in my head and my guts, and a lot of the stuff in my lungs when I'm smoking, so much of it is from this butane. It's so convenient, and yet it's so terrible for me and us. How many of us use this because it's so convenient? Yeah, I gotta quitting the big, doing it. I've done it before, doing it again, for real. There's gonna be all different types of woods are gonna make all different types of fires, like these pines, the firs. The firs are alright, but they burn real quick. The manzanita for a good, real hot fire. All different types of ways to do it, and I just feel like that's part of our relationship with our world. That's part of like gardening our planet, is going and picking up this dead wood that would be taking the nitrogen out, turning it into ash, warming our homes, warming our foods, having our hot drinks, getting around a good fire. There's so many uses for us. I feel like it's part of who we are, and what we're here to do is work with this element. And a lot of our fires right now, we're burning a lot of things that are not helpful. Please don't burn your plastic, especially at a campground. You know, it's nice to be able to dispose of some things in the fire, but let's not be burning plastics, especially at campsites. And then other people, you're just making other people and yourself sick any way you do it. So please be conscious of that. And to actually put them out. We've had so many forest fires out here, but then also I feel like in some ways, if we properly maintain our forests, and we can have slash and burn, they've had controlled burns out here, but if we can also be working with that element in our lives and bringing that back into our lives, because a lot of us, it's this gas, and for some of us we don't have it. This is so important. If you got nothing else but you got a good campfire to be around, some good drinking water. I haven't even shown you the fire. It's really nice to have it well contained. This one I really like. It's got stone all the way around. I put that stone top on a few years ago. It's got this nice platform that I can sit on. And pretty well enclosed, and part of the top then keeps keeps those sparks and embers from flying. But also, if you use different kinds of wood, this manzanita doesn't pop and crackle, so it doesn't send chunks flying everywhere. Some woods do that, some woods don't. Some, like the pine, are not good, that will make you sick. So just, be aware. But so will trash. Let's please not be burning trash. It's hard on our atmosphere and our people ourselves. We got a lot of unhealthy fires and pollution going on right now. One thing at a time. And I feel like the little thing of bringing that back, the real fire, back into our lives, back into our experience of being human, I feel like it's part of what we're here to do, and helps with our healthy ecosystem. And take those ashes, dig them way down into the ground, a foot or two, and is really going to help the soil, especially where you need things alkaline, but all things are different, and so finding the balance. You do a good coffee grounds ash blend and kind of balance out all kinds of ways to do it, and everything likes different stuff. But yeah, fire, healthy fire, clean fire for all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.